Hi everyone, I hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite YouTuber, coach, and course creator. Today we're going to be talking about the simplicity of law of assumption. But before we get into it, you are more than welcome to subscribe. On this channel, I talk about all things law of assumption, so if that sounds good to you, I would love to have you here. I have this course that I just launched called the Perfect Self-Concept course. I know that you would absolutely love it, and I know that your life would absolutely change by enrolling. In this course, you will learn in detail how to not only create the perfect self-concept, but to maintain it for the rest of your life, and how to use it in conjunction with instant manifesting. Every YouTube video that I see online talking about self-concept, don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So this course goes in detail in every module, specifically talking about what self-concept is, how to disprove limiting beliefs, how to create a new story for yourself and how your life gets to be for you, how to maintain that perfect self-concept, and again, how to use it in conjunction with law of assumption and instant manifestation. A lot of people talk about the latter thing that I just mentioned, but it's much more than that. I have been getting insane feedback. Everyone has been loving it so much, and this is my pride and joy. I have put in my heart and soul and all of my energy, all of my knowledge and power into this sacred container. This is exactly the steps that I took to go from having a very low self-concept in 2022 to having an unshakable self-concept no matter what happens. And I'm so excited to announce that everyone who pays in full actually gets a free It's Already Done notebook shipped directly by me, created directly by me, and in that notebook I will actually write a paragraph that's a channeled message specifically to you, and I will sign it. So I'm very excited. All of the information for that is at ritakaminski.com/courses. Okay, so when it comes to law of assumption, there is actually no waiting required. You either have something or you don't. These dumbass YouTubers that have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, they just use one technique thinking that it's the end all and be all. That's just not the case for what law of assumption actually is and how to actually manifest your dream life and whatever it is that you want. It is not about the fucking methods or the techniques. It is about you deciding right now that you have it. And anyone who's trying to handicap you and say, that's just not the case for most people, is delusional. And they have no idea what law of assumption actually is. See, when you decide that you have your desire right now, that's exactly what it will be in this moment. So the second that you decide, you get it instantly. It is your senses, aka your eyes, smell, feel, taste, etc. that is tricking you into thinking that you don't have your desire right now. But your senses have nothing to do with any of motherfucking this. It is all in you, in your decision. So if I could get you to just ignore your senses as soon as you decide, meaning your eyes, your smell, your being in this present moment, and all of the senses that have to do with that, everything is screaming, no, you don't have your manifestation yet. If I could get you to fucking ignore that and continue to remind yourself that you have this thing right now, you would have had your thing by now. I find myself sometimes, until I snap myself back out of it, to not manifest in terms of using techniques, but simply deciding. That's not to say don't use techniques. This is what I mean. So this is the wrong way of going about it. This is how what I catch myself doing sometimes, until I realize like this is not what law of assumption is, honey boo boo. When I am affirming I get 3 enrollments per video, right? When I am affirming I get 3 enrollments, like course enrollments per video, In my mind, I'm implying that I don't have this thing now. 9 times out of 10, when you are doing these techniques, you may not notice. So I want you to check yourself before you wreck yourself. So it's all about doing these techniques intentionally. When you do decide to affirm or sat or visualize, you're not doing it from a place of, I don't have it, let me get this thing by means of affirming or doing whatever techniques. No. You're doing it from a place of you already having this thing, and you're simply just telling yourself, I get 3 enrollments per video. Every time I create a video and post it online, that converts to 3 enrollments into my courses. And as I'm saying this, it's not that I'm like convincing myself. I'm simply deciding that this is the fact right now, and I'm not going back, and the 3D doesn't matter because it's gonna change anyways once I decide and ignore my senses. It's so simple. Sometimes I do find myself being like, I have 1 million subscribers, I have 1 million subscribers, I have 1 million subscribers. And it's all very well and good to be like, no, I'm doing it from a place of already knowing that I have it. But really observe yourself in that moment, because I know, baby girl, that you think that that's what you're doing, but it's very easy to just shift back into the not having and just affirming out of desperation, or not even desperation, just affirming to get something. Like, oh, these bitches are so uneducated when it comes to law of assumption. You're not affirming to get. You are not delusional. You are deciding that you have it right now. That means that you have it right now. Duh! 1 + 1 = 2. The sky is blue. The grass is fucking green. So from that point on, it doesn't fucking matter who says what happens online, what happens in your real life, what you do in the 3D, what you don't do in the 3D, what techniques you do or don't do, how you go about your life. I don't give a fuck. And neither does the law of assumption. Techniques are fucking child play. And if you're watching this video, you're ready to up level into more advanced ways of manifesting. And it's not even advanced, it's just like, welcome, that's how it always has been. You are simply deciding that you have it right now. Rita, how? I talk about this in my course. The way that you decide anything is by knowing that it is the truth. But Rita, how? 2 + 2 = 4, correct? Because of the law of assumption, side note, you can literally change 2 + 2 into being 5 or 200. Like, logic goes out the window with the law of assumption because you can assume anything and that's literally what it becomes. Nevertheless, let's just pretend that 2 + 2 = 4 for the purposes of this example. How do you feel? Matter of fact, close your eyes right now with me. When you think of the equation 2 + 2 = 4, how do you feel? There's no wrong answer. It's not a trick question. To me personally, I feel calm, confident, peaceful. That's just the way it is, kind of knowing. Like, there's no story behind it. It's just a matter of fact thing, right? That 2 + 2 = 4. So the same way that you feel about 2 + 2 = 4 is literally the exact same way I want you to just decide that whatever it is that you're manifesting has come about into your life right now. But Rita, what if I'm manifesting multiple things? Do what feels best in the moment for you. If you feel like shit manifesting for multiple things, for example, with me, that is me. Like, I'm manifesting 3 conversions per video and 100,000 views per video and 1 million subscribers on my channel. That's a little bit on the back burner now because I feel a little bit burnt out manifesting that. But do you see how I'm just following what my body is telling me to do? Like if I'm not interested in manifesting 1 million subscribers anymore and manifesting 100,000 views per video is more exciting to me now, that's exactly what it's going to be. So the question isn't, Rita, can I manifest multiple things? Or Rita, can I do this technique and this technique? Or whatever question that you have. The question should be, do I feel comfortable manifesting this thing? Does this make me feel good? Every single basis of any of your actions should be, do I feel good when I do this? It's not about the actual rule, because there's no rules. The rule is, when I feel good, when I'm aligned to doing something by means of, I actually feel fucking good when I do this, that's what's going to produce your results. So whether it be you manifesting multiple things and that feels good, or you just focusing on one thing until it manifests, and then you moving on to the next and the next and the next, you will probably, if you're listening to your intuition, the other person is not feeling burnt out, you're probably going to manifest your shit so much faster if you focus on one thing, manifest it, then focus on the next, manifest it, then focus on the next and manifest it, versus Susan over here, who's been trying to manifest multiple things since 2016. It's not about the doing, it's about the, do I feel good when I do this thing? I just want you to decide that whatever it is that you're manifesting right now is in your reality right now. That's it. Manifesting is instant. So either you have the thing that you want or you don't. There is no waiting. Once you decide that you have it in your mind, the 3D follows. It is as simple as that. The 3D reflects your assumptions. It does not create the reality. Your 3D reality is a little kid listening for what you are assuming, and then it acts out on it. It's not a little kid just deciding by its own terms what to create into the reality. That's not how it fucking works. That child, although it's the most powerful thing in the universe, needs a parental guardian, aka you. What you assume to be true comes first, and then the 3D follows. The 3D world mirrors that assumption. When you're looking in the mirror and you want to apply lip gloss, you are not waiting for the mirror to apply that lip gloss for you. You are first making this decision, let me raise my hand up to pick up this lip gloss, undo the lid, put it on my lips, and every single decision that you make to do those things, the mirror, aka your 3D, reflects it back out to you. Like, duh! Fucking duh! Manifesting is literally the easiest thing ever. And if you are failing to recognize that, watch more of my videos. It's just deciding that manifesting is easy. Every question that you ask about manifesting, to be honest, is irrelevant, and it doesn't really matter, because all it is about deciding what it is right now and ignoring the 3D, just not reacting to it, and being super confident that you are the operant power, aka having a high self-concept. If you already had what you wanted, think about it. You wouldn't be trying to get it. You have this thing now. So you don't need to go out and get it, because you have it. Like, stop waiting for the things to change and for the 3D reality to conform. That is literally child's play. It's kindergarten. It's law of assumption 101. We have grown far too much for that. Guys, it's so preliminary. Like, you decide that you have what you want, you have it. You're not waiting anymore. That's it. You have it. Congratulations. Well done. Ignore your senses until you see your manifestation. But you have it right now. Like, you have it. You literally have it. So what do you need to wait for? The 3D to catch up to your senses? Like, you actually experiencing it? But it's going to do that anyways. But if you're asking where it is, are you listening to yourself? Like, make it make sense. Like, does that make sense to you? That why are you asking where it is if you know that you have it right now, and then you will experience it after the fact? But it's not your job to look at when. You will experience it in the 3D. The 3D is literally the very last step that has nothing to do with you right now. Your only job is to decide that you have it in your reality now, and not flip the script and not change it up. Like, it's really simple, guys. If you find yourself asking, I've been doing everything and nothing's happening, be so fucking for real with me right now. What are you really assuming? Are you assuming that I have to do this and this in order to get it? Or are you assuming that your desire is here right now? That's it, period. Because the line of thinking of you asking, but where is it, stems from you thinking that it's not here yet. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, go back and listen again and again and again. Are you trying to manifest, or are you just living your regular life knowing that it's already done? Like, free yourself from the shackles of these techniques and just know that you already have it right now. You don't need to affirm to get into the state. You just get into the state by deciding. Make sense? Okay. So with that being said, I trust that this video gave you the guidance that you needed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because I know you loved it. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.